Trustee Dodge?
Here.
Trustee Calandrello? Here. Trustee Healy?
Here.
Trustee Katsinas?
Here.
Trustee Malani? Here. Mayor Pico?
Here.
Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
approval of November 9, 2020 special meeting minutes.
Mr. Chairman,
Trustee Fenton.
move to approve the minutes of the Board of Trustees special meeting of November 9, 2020.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Call the roll.
Trustee Fenton?
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas?
Aye.
Trustee Dodge?
Aye.
Trustee Calandrello?
Aye.
Trustee Healy?
Aye.
Trustee Malani?
Aye.
Mayor Pico?
Aye.
Approval of November 16, 2020 regular meeting minutes.
Mr. Chairman,
Trustee Fenton.
move to approve the minutes of the Board of Trustees meeting of November 16, 2020.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Call the roll.
Trustee Fenton?
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas?
Aye.
Trustee Dodge?
Aye.
Trustee Calandrello?
Aye.
Trustee Healy?
Aye.
Trustee Malani?
Aye.
Mayor Pico?
Aye.
Community Pride Award.
So tonight, it's my pleasure, but also it's sad to provide posthumously a Community Pride Award for Dr. Bill Smith. We have, I think about a year and a half ago, we also gave him an award as well, so I'm glad we did that. I've known Bill since 2003, when I actually did work at his house. And he was as passionate about the spruce trees in the front of his house along the road as he was about the spelling bee, let me tell you. And I had many conversations with him over many years, so a very good man. It's my honor to read this and then to present this award to his family. Community Pride Award, Dr. William D. Smith. I, Keith Pecaw, Village President and the Village Board of Trustees of Orland Park would like to honor Dr. William D. Smith and present a Community Pride Award to his eldest daughter, Christine Freeman, in recognition of Bill's 42 years of public service to the Orland Park community. Bill was born in Chicago on November 10, 1928, and at the age of 92 was laid to rest on November 22, 2020. He and his late wife, Rita, a Chicago public school teacher, were married in 1960, blessed with 3 daughters, Christine, Kathy, and Lisa, and later joyously welcomed 5 grandchildren and 2 great-grandchildren into the family. Bill served in the U.S. Army during the Korean War from 1951 to 1953, building airfields with the Army Corps of Engineers, and later became an active member of several Orland Park veterans organizations. He earned a bachelor's degree from Western Michigan Teachers College, a master's degree from University of Michigan, and his doctorate from Loyola University. Bill began teaching as an 8th grade teacher at Lane School in Allsup, sharing his passion for geography, history, and reading with his students. He eventually became a principal, later served as superintendent for 31 years in School District 126, and retired in 1990. He was also an adjunct college professor at St. Xavier's University, Lewis University, Nova University, and Moraine Valley Community College, and a founding member of the Eisenhower Cooperative for Special Education. During the U.S. Bicentennial celebration in 1976, Bill held his first all-ages spelling bee at Trinity Presbyterian Church in Oak Lawn, crediting the children's novel Little House on the Prairie by Laura Ingalls Wilder for triggering the idea of a community-wide spelling bee. After moving to Orland Park in 1978, Bill was the founder of the Orland Park Open Spelling Bee, co-sponsored by the Presbyterian Church of Orland Park and the Village of Orland Park, and became known as the spellmaster that facilitated the annual Orland Park Community Spelling Bee. Since 1976, Bill has held over 100 spelling bees in numerous communities and states. In retirement, he continued his passion for teaching by taking his interactive Mapman geography lessons on the road to classrooms and nursing homes across the country. A believer in service to others, Bill was active in his church, his community, and his profession, and always viewed the world as a classroom. The Village of Orland Park would like to extend the gratitude of the entire community to an extraordinary man, educator, historian, and spellmaster, Dr. William D. Smith, for building a long tradition of over 40 years of Orland Park community spelling bees.
Can't get through, Mr. Chairman. That's why I'm still sitting.
He'll come down.
Oh, you're welcome. Sorry I didn't come down and speak between meetings. That was a little bit of a challenge. So I want to present this Community Pride Award. There are several copies of that in here. There's one frame. Dr. William D. Smith, founder of the Orland Park Open Spelling Bee, in recognition of 42 years of public.
We'll take the mask off for a minute.
One for picture. I'll shake your hand. So again, the Community Pride Award presented to Dr. William D. Smith, founder of the Orland Park Open Spelling Bee, in recognition of 42 years of public service to the Orland Park community. Thank you so much. Great guy.
Now it's Mayor Pico.
Gonna break the other hip.
Yep.
Mayor Pico.
Trustee Datch.
Just a brief comment about Bill, and that is a big part of what makes a place like Orland Park a great community are the volunteer efforts of folks like Bill over all the many years, where we kind of look forward for a long stretch of years to him coming up about the village's participation. Good man. Will be missed.
Mr. Chairman?
Trustee Fenton.
I'd also like to add that one of the things that we always strive for in Orland Park, although it's a large community, we also strive to keep that hometown feeling in place, and Dr. Smith brought that to us by having that spelling bee, especially since he always referred to it as the spelling bee from Little House on the Prairie.
Okay.
Accounts payable from November 17, 2020 to December 7, 2020.
Mr. Mayor,
Trustee Healy.
I move to approve the accounts payable from November 17th, 2020 to December 7th, 2020 in the amount of $4,456,245.62.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Call the roll.
Trustee Healy?
Aye.
Trustee Calgiello?
Aye.
Trustee Fenton?
Aye.
Trustee Dodge?
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas?
Aye.
Trustee Malani?
Aye.
Mayor Pico?
Aye.
Consent agenda?
Consent agenda, item A, payroll for November 13, 2020 and November 25, 2020 approval. Item B, UKG Inc. Mutual Release and Settlement Termination Agreement. Item C, iSIMS Recruit Onboarding Software Renewal for a one-year agreement.
Mr. Chairman,
Trustee Malani.
I move to approve items A through C on the consent agenda.
Second.
Call the roll.
Trustee Malani?
Aye.
Trustee Calgiello?
Aye.
Trustee Fenton?
Aye.
Trustee Dodge?
Aye.
Trustee Healy?
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas?
Aye.
Mayor Pico?
Aye.
Hearing? property tax levy.
Property tax
hearing.
levy. I'll entertain a motion to open the public hearing for the 2020 property tax levy.
So moved.
Second.
Call the roll.
Trustee Fenton.
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas.
Aye.
Trustee Dodge.
Aye.
Trustee Calandrello.
Aye.
Trustee Healy.
Aye.
There's two trustee Healy's here now?
Sorry, Trustee Malani.
Aye.
Mayor Pico.
Aye.
Mr. Mayor, the village board adopted a resolution determining the 2020 tax levy in compliance with the Illinois Truth in Taxation Law on November 16, 2020. There's a statutory requirement to hold a truth in taxation public hearing if the proposed corporate and special purpose components of the levy exceed 105% of the prior year's corporate and special purpose tax extension. The village's overall 2020 levy is lower than the overall 2019 levy. Because the 2020 levy is less than 105% of the 2019 extended levy, a truth in taxation public hearing was not necessary. In the interest of full transparency, however, the village published a notice that's required in the November 30th, 2020 edition of the Daily Southtown. The overall proposed village levy, excluding the library levy, decreased 0.98%. The December 21st, 2020 board agenda will include an item approving the 2020 property tax levy that is reflected in the fiscal year 2021 budget.
Mr. Mayor?
Who's that? Trustee Healy?
I'd like to make a motion to open the public hearing for
We've
the...
already done that.
We already did that.
Oh, we already did that?
Yeah. You voted twice. Malani, you
I'll
voted
shut it
for you.
once then.
So are there any comments from the board on this? The only thing that I'll add is the public libraries has a 3.29% increase over their levy in 2019. And for those that don't understand, because the public library, they cannot levy their own taxes and collect it, so the village has to levy that for them. So it's part of the process. Whatever they levy, we add to ours, and then we submit that. But on your property tax bill, we'll show the difference between the Village of Orland Park and the library. Any public comment? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the public hearing.
So moved.
Call the roll.
Trustee Katsinas.
Aye.
Trustee Calandrello.
Aye.
Trustee Fenton.
Aye.
Trustee Dodge.
Aye.
Trustee Healy.
Aye.
Trustee Malani.
Aye.
Mayor Pico.
Aye.
Clean Eats inducement agreement.
Mr. Chairman,
Trustee Malani.
I move to approve a sales tax sharing inducement agreement with Clean Eats as outlined above pending approval of all village planning, zoning, and building requirements.
Second.
Are there any questions or comments on this?
Mayor Pico?
Trustee Dodge.
Question for George and staff. So with all these projects where we're doing these incentives, we're certainly taking advantage of some ideas that have been around for a while. But George, who in staff specifically is responsible for verifying all of the costs? I get that these agreements require that we get information and data about their performance through the state, so that's the easy part. But how do we validate that they spend $100,000 or $1 million on a given project? Who validates that, and is it a public record?
Yes, yes and yes. So the validation is done by our finance department. They've been doing that for all previous incentive agreements. And they're the ones that cut the checks. As part of this process, they of course, they show up on the board's bills list first. And yes, all the documents are public.
Thank you.
Any other comments? I understand Clean Eats is here. If you'd like to speak or say something, tell us a little bit about your restaurant, that'd be great. Then I'll call the roll.
Hi. I'm Mickey Smith. This is my wife. My wife, Jane, sorry. We've been living in Orland Park for close to 11 years now, and took the decision earlier this year to open a Clean Eats franchise. Clean Eats is a health food-based cafe. We offer meal plans, grab-and-go meals, frozen grab-and-go meals, catering, as well as the cafe, where we offer wraps, bowls, smoothies, and such. So we're really excited about being in Orland Park. It's less than 5 minutes from my house, so I can ride my bike to work every day. And we really appreciate the support of the village to keep us going. So.
Well, we appreciate particularly local residents opening businesses up in Orland Park. Good luck riding your bike in about a month when the snow's on the ground. Enjoy that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Call the roll. Call the roll.
Trustee Malani?
Aye.
Trustee Calendrello? Aye. Trustee Fenton?
Aye.
Trustee Dodge?
Aye.
Trustee Healy?
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas?
Aye.
Mayor Pico?
Aye.
An ordinance amending Title 9, Chapter 9, Section 16, subsection 10C of the Orland Park Village Code regarding parking regulations for the Main Street Triangle parking structure located at the northeast corner of 143rd Street and Ravinia Avenue.
Mr. Chairman,
Trustee Malani.
can I have an ordinance number, please?
5558.
I move to pass ordinance number 5558 entitled, "An Ordinance Amending Title 9, Chapter 9, Section 16, Subsection 10C of the Orland Park Village Code regarding parking regulations for the Main Street Triangle parking structure located at the northeast corner of 143rd Street and Ravinia Avenue, 9650 143rd Street."
Second.
Any comments or questions? George, you want to just give us a quick overview of why we're doing this? I think it has something to do with the vandalism issue that we've had late at night.
Yep, in recent years, the parking deck at Main Street Triangle has been an enforcement concern for the police department, and so the proposed change in the parking hours will help the police department with enforcement. So essentially what will happen is, in conjunction with the gates that will be installed that were previously approved by the village board, the times of operation for the parking structure will be 10 p.m. to 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
Mayor Pico?
Trustee Dodge.
George, did we get any feedback from anybody over there? UFC or any other entities? Makes sense. If we got a problem, this helps solve it. I just want to understand that we've talked to some of the other parties.
Prashid's been involved with this project.
So UC's concern is exiting the garage, not as much as entering, because that's the time when they will be exiting. And with the gates that is there, the gates will go up automatically. They would not have any issue.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Any other comments? Call the roll.
Trustee Malani?
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas?
Aye.
Trustee Fenton?
Aye.
Trustee Dodge?
Aye.
Trustee Calendrello?
Aye.
Trustee Healy?
Aye.
Mayor Pico?
Aye.
Resolution making fiscal year 2021 proposed annual budget available for public inspection and setting a public hearing date.
Mr. Mayor,
Trustee Calendrello.
resolution number, please.
2053.
I move to pass resolution 2053 entitled Resolution Making the FY 2021 Proposed Annual Budget Available for Public Inspection and Setting a Public Hearing Date.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Call the roll.
Trustee Calendrello? Aye. Trustee Katsinas?
Aye.
Trustee Fenton?
Aye.
Trustee Dodge?
Aye.
Trustee Healy?
Aye.
Trustee Malani?
Aye.
Mayor Pico?
Aye.
Liability insurance renewal.
Mr. Mayor,
Trustee Healy.
I move to approve the liability insurance renewal effective January 1, 2021.
Second.
Any questions or comments? And before we do that, George, could you just give us a quick overview of what
Absolutely. So, every year, this is, the village has to approve. First off, we have representatives here from Horton Insurance, who's our liability insurance broker. And so every year, as part of our process here, we approve our contract. This year, we're going to make one change, one significant change. It's, we're going to increase our deductible from $100,000 to $150,000. That'll result in a cost savings on the premium. But other than that, it's just we've vetted the renewal and it's in line with the marketplace right now.
All right, any comments? Call the roll.
Trustee Healy?
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas?
Aye.
Trustee Fenton?
Aye.
Trustee Dodge?
Aye.
Trustee Calandrolo?
Aye.
Trustee Malani?
Aye.
Mayor Pico?
Aye. Non-scheduled citizens and visitors, we have one, Tim Lynch. You have 3 minutes.
How you doing?
Good.
Good. Hi, my name is Tim Lynch. I'm the president of AFSCME Local 368 here at the village. Our union represents telecommunicators and workers throughout the village and public works. Our members work diligently, make sacrifices to serve the village of Orland Park, this year particularly in light of COVID-19. Our members have come to work despite a raging pandemic. We want this village to succeed. I have worked for the village for going on 20 years now. I'm committed to the village of Orland Park. I own a small home here in Orland Park. I raise my kids here. My kids go to schools. I'm proud to say I live in Orland Park, and I'm proud to say I work for the village of Orland Park. Unfortunately, this year has shown a real disconnect between management and the rank and file workers who make Orland Park run. We are in long and hard contract negotiations where management is asking for us to lose our step plan and for large changes to insurance. At the same time, management has brought on snowbird workers to do bargaining unit work, despite a grievance resolution speaking to the parameters of this work. These new workers also use the village equipment that our members use. So there are increased points of contact and an increased risk of members contracting COVID-19 in short, the relationship is frayed. We are here today to ask the board and the village to respect the work that we do and to work collaboratively with us so we can work out a fair successor agreement for both parties and our community. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments, and I think I speak for the board. Everyone appreciates all the hard work all of our staff has done. I think we've said so and demonstrated so on numerous occasions regarding the negotiations, or the board obviously cannot comment on any of that, so I'll turn that over to George.
So I think first off, we value our relationship with all employees. We have a great group of employees. So as the board is aware, in the past few months, we've successfully negotiated 3 labor agreements: IBEW, IUOE, and MAP, which is our patrol officer, and that was done. And we will continue to negotiate in good faith with the remaining labor agreements. And that's it.
Okay. Is there anybody else here to speak? Board comments. Trustee Fenton.
I'd like to take the opportunity to thank Ray Piattoni and his staff and all the village workers, be it Public Works, Parks, Administration, for all the hard work they put into the tree lighting event and kept it as safe as possible. I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank the residents for the wonderful support this year for the Orland Park Lions Club tree lot. As of tonight, we only had 10 trees out of almost 400 trees. It's the first time we've ever sold out this quick. So thank you very much. I don't have to freeze on Thursday. I'd also like to thank the police department for, I know they've had a very busy weekend this weekend with incidents that occurred in the village. And I know with the upcoming shopping season coming up, concluding within the next 2 weeks here, I know you're going to be very busy. So I'd like everybody in the village to keep in mind their families and all of our hardworking police officers who put their lives out there every day trying to keep the village of Orland Park safe. And last but not least, I'd like to remind everybody to get out in the village and support not only just our restaurants, but all of our small businesses out there. They're having a tough time. And I know everybody's ordering online. I've never done it before, and I did it this year. So just try to stay out there, watch your neighbors, so in case they have packages sitting on their front porch, you can either let them know or go pick them up for them before somebody accidentally decides that they're free for anybody who passes by. So just continue to support our small businesses and restaurants, and have a great holiday season.
Trustee Dodge.
I'll echo some of Kathy's comments. You know, there's plenty of great staff in the village. You guys make the village what it is, so I appreciate that across the board. And this week, as many of you know, there is some pretty important decisions being made in D.C. regarding release of some of the first vaccine. I think the hearing is this Thursday, and then next week there's another one. So just a message that I hope we get through this as a nation, as a community, as well as we can, and looking forward to having vaccines officially released so we can start to turn things around.
Trustee Calandrella.
Just a couple, I echo everything that Trustee Fenton said regarding the police department and the hard work. I know it's a holiday season and it's busy, and also all our employees are doing a great job under the circumstances. And then I'm a history buff, and as probably all of you know, today is the 79th anniversary of the bombing of Pearl Harbor. My family was lucky that my grandfather, was leaving the harbor as it happened. So we lost more than 2,000 men and women that day, and it put us into the war, and we all know the history and the sacrifices this country made during that period. So I just wanted to put that out there as a history we need to learn, and we need to memorialize the men and women in our service back then and today. So just want to put that out there, and then just wish everyone a healthy Christmas season. Thank you.
Trustee Healy.
Over the weekend, I had the pleasure of having my grandchildren come in from Naperville and play at the two parks around here and go to the Christmas lights. And I really didn't appreciate the parks and some of the improvements that they have been until you see these kids just run over them and play with every one of them. And these parks are a lot different from the ones I grew up in. So I really appreciate the improvements that are being made constantly to the park. So Ray, thank you very much for that. And then the other thing is just want to echo Trustee Calandrella's thoughts about December 7th and Pearl Harbor. I'd hope we could I'd encourage everybody to get a history book and read something about World War II. There's plenty of things that display the American patriotism that was needed to win that war.
Trustee Malani.
Thank you. Not only do we have the tree lighting, we also had the Santa North Pole Express that the Recreation Department put on as well, which was very successful, sold out both nights. So, and you can check the pictures out on Facebook. Looks like the kids had a great time with that. I'd also want to remind everybody that the Winter Wonderland ice rink is open, but call ahead and make sure the condition of these ice is okay before you arrive, since it's still warm out. And most importantly, thanks again to our staff for going above and beyond to adapt our events to make them safe and accessible for everybody. They've been doing a fantastic job. I had the opportunity to attend the ribbon cutting for Stan's Donuts that opened this weekend. Looked like people were waiting in line for quite some time for donuts, so that was a great thing to see. And also welcome Clean Eats to Orland Park. Our community continues to attract new businesses, and that's a great thing during this time. And I'd also like to extend my condolences for Dr. Smith. I got to administer the spelling bee with him last year, and he's definitely a unique, well-loved individual, so he will be missed, and he definitely deserved the honor that he received this evening. Thank you, and have a good night.
Last but certainly not least, my good friend, Trustee Katsinas.
Thank you. I know how Michael feels. Trustee Malani feels going last. Everything I wanted to say has been said. Just say one thing. As a resident, I valued the services Orland had to offer. I think as a trustee, you respect the services from everyone. and what is involved, whether it be from the police department, village manager, all the department heads coming off of a budget process, the amount of work that gets done behind the scenes, so it seems so effortlessly as a homeowner and as a resident in business. So I valued, appreciated, now it's a newfound respect. So I thank each and every one in here for that. Also, just a reminder to support Orland Park restaurants. Our program runs until the end of the year. Spend $100 and get a $10 Visa gift card. There's a form on the Village of Orland Park website. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. So first, I'll thank Joel for the work on the parks. I know it's changed; it's not Ray anymore, and I'd also like to thank the AFSCME folks that are here that may have taken part in reconstructing those parks. I echo the comments as well. Trustee Healy and Calandrella both stole my thunder on remembering Pearl Harbor from 79 years ago. That began our involvement in World War II, and where we fought, as many of you should remember, the tyranny of both the imperialistic Japanese and Nazi Germany. Make no mistake, this was a fight for the American ideals of freedom and liberty that we are still fighting today at home and all around the world. So thank you for all of those that served. There's not many World War II veterans left. If you see one, if you meet one, hear their stories, because they're not going to be here much longer. As noted earlier, we talked a little bit about vaccines. And I want to correct a record. There was an article published that published a whole bunch of false information about the vaccine program and how it's going to be distributed. I'm not going to go into that. I can tell you that nothing has been formally announced about how things are going to be distributed to the public yet. So anything that you're reading is pure speculation from people and really shouldn't be out there. So here, we will get that information to you. Other towns will get the information from their mayors, et cetera. We're getting more and more information every day. We don't have it all yet. Here's what I will tell you that we know. There's going to be about 100,000, 109,000 to be exact, doses before the end of the year. They're going to distribute all those. It's a 2-dose vaccine. So you have to take the next dose within 3 to 4 weeks. So please, if you are one of those people that get the dose, go get the second one, because you're wasting the dose on yourself if you don't go get the second one. The second ones will arrive in time to do those 109,000. The state of Illinois is getting 86,000. The rest are going directly to Chicago. So if you did the math on all that, it's like 50 doses for Orland Park. Okay, so it's not some mass distribution at this particular juncture. Additionally, there's different classifications. So clearly, first responders, our healthcare workers, and anyone in long-term care facilities and the vulnerable populations are first. How exactly that's going to be arrived at, we don't know the answer to that. We do have a distribution plan. The village has one. They've had one since 2005. We exercised that plan in March and called in, and so it's in conjunction with Orland Hills and with the Orland Fire Protection District. We ran an exercise in March to be ready for this, if and when this did happen, so we're on top of it. We will run another exercise, even though, as it stands right now, it looks like it's unlikely that will be the mode of distribution, but it's possible if we start getting enough doses that it will be, because this is a very cold, the cold storage on this is very critical. I think it's 96 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 96 degrees Fahrenheit. There's only a few places it can be kept, and after it comes out of that cold storage, it has 4 to 5 days to get in someone's arm. So distribution will be a bit of a challenge, but they will be coming out relatively slowly to begin with, and we will, I promise you, we will keep you all updated on what we know. But make sure that you're looking at the proper sources for your information. IDPH probably has some of this information on their website. Those would be the sources to go to. Don't trust some blogger who throws something out there or somebody on Facebook, because they're not going to give you the right information. Okay, bear with us. It's going to take some time to get that many vaccines out. Hopefully, it's the start of the end of this, and the vaccines will help. What you have heard is 95% efficacy. The doctors have said it's probably going to be more like 80, which is still really good. Measles is about 95%. So be probably unreasonable to expect something brand new to be as good as the measles. It's been around since 1970. But they do say it is pretty effective. So That's what we know. So I don't want you taking information that you may be seeing out there and running with it thinking that you're getting good information, because you're not. That's really, really important here. I also want to echo the police, and I seem to have at least one of these to choose from every week. But recently I received a letter, or we received a letter. I recently moved to Orland Park on the morning of December 3rd, 2020. I required assistance of one of your officers, Officer Sean Walsh, and I want to write a letter sharing my appreciation of the assistance he provided that morning. On the morning of December 3rd, I was moving a few remaining bins into my property, into my recently leased apartment. However, I left my apartment building keys, car keys, and cell phone locked in the building. Who hasn't done that? Thankfully, Officer Sean Walsh was parked nearby, talking with another officer. I walked over to the two Orland Park police officers and explained my situation, and Officer Walsh was willing to come help me out. Eventually, Officer Walsh was able to help me get into the apartment building. Throughout the entire process, Officer Walsh was extremely professional and friendly. His actions showed a good balance between maintaining the security of the apartment building and also helping me get back into my home. In addition to thanking Officer Walsh in person, I wanted to write this short letter to express my gratitude to you as well. As a small token of my appreciation of Officer Walsh's work, as we enter the colder month, please make available these hand warmers for your officers' use. So we get these fairly regularly. It just shows that we focus on the serving part of protect and serve. Obviously, the data shows we do a great job of protection, but we do not forget the service. So thanks to Officer Walsh and to all your guys, Chief. And then lastly, I do want to thank staff for putting on a couple of great events. First, the Christmas tree lighting and the Holiday Festival of Lights, and next, the Polar Express. You guys have shown time and time again that with proper planning, we can host these events safely. You've done a great job all year long, so thank you for that. You've done an amazing job. That I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session.
Mr. Chairman?
Trustee Fenton.
Move to go in executive session for A, approval of minutes, B, appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific village employees, C, purchase or lease of real property for sale by the use of the village, D, setting the price for sale or lease of village property, C, pending litigation against, affecting, or on behalf of the village, or when found by the board that such action is probable or imminent.
Second.
Get it.
Call the roll. Trustee Fenton?
Aye.
Trustee Getzinas?
Aye.
Trustee Dodge? Aye. Trustee Calandrello?
Aye.
Trustee Healy?
Aye.
Trustee Malani?
Aye.
Mayor Pico?
Aye.